everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. Here's your news roundup. It is Monday, December 11th, 2023. I'm Mary with Mary Greeley News. Friends and family mourn those killed after tornadoes struck Tennessee. A total of 6 people were killed, including one 2-year-old child. The storm pushed through multiple cities in Tennessee on Saturday. 3 people were killed in a trailer home when it flipped and landed on top of another there in Tennessee. Yeah, sending prayers. In Davison County, that's Nashville, 1,880 people are without power. Summer County, 2,407 people. There's no data from some of these locations here. Loudoun County, 643. Looks like the most is probably from Montgomery County. There was also another post for Clarksville and Montgomery County. The schools will be closed after the deadly tornado outbreak. Yeah, many homes were flattened during this storm. I even have a Twitter post showing one of the transformer power stations literally blowing up. In the UK, a squatter was granted ownership to an old man homes, held it for more than $500,000 and keeps the money. Evidently there in the UK, if you have someone living in your home, a squatter, for 10 years, at least 10 years, yeah, you can claim ownership there. Unbelievable. A tax on grocery store clerks is rising. This was in Minneapolis. A grocery store clerk dies after customer impales him with a golf club. This comes from Virginia. Nearly 100 animals seized from a zoo in Virginia amid animal cruelty investigation. Some of the handlers are just so cruel to the animals. They had an elephant that was chained to a wall, and the keeper said that the elephant needed to learn to respect its caretakers. A tiger had to be euthanized. The cages had no food and water. The deer that were at the zoo were literally fighting over food that was given to them by visitors. And the animal enclosures evidently were just filthy. This comes from Florida. Good Samaritan helped Salvation Army bell ringer escape attacker. They had changed their shift, collecting money, donations there in Florida. And the woman was walking back to her car and was attacked by a man that was sitting on the curb, demanded her keys, and then, shoved her down, assaulted her. And then another person came along to her rescue. Another indication how bad things are getting. 7th newborn surrendered to Safe Haven Box in Indiana this year. Yeah, the most recent was, I believe, last night or yesterday. Babied surrendered to Beech Grove Baby Box. Yeah, that was the 7th. This report comes from Indiana. Another cashier was attacked and killed by a man who definitely plotted to kill her. He had words with her and with the store manager, left the store, and then came back, snuck up from behind as she was working, and stabbed her multiple times. He evidently has a previous crime record. I was listening to the local police scanner on my computer yesterday, and there was a report of a man who was in the local Walmart with a box cutter, slashing things on the shelves. The woman, evidently, or a woman, one of the clerks, was watching the man. It was reported. The local police said that unless he threatened someone there in the store, they were not going to respond to the Walmart incident. And I think about 9/11, when the terrorists had the box cutters and tried to take over the plane, and then it ended up crashing in that field. And they had box cutters. So the recent incident here in Watertown, South Dakota, with the man slashing items in the store, and they never responded. One officer responded to the dispatch saying, well, keep me posted unless he threatens somebody there in the store. Yeah, they're not going to respond. Unbelievable. A lot of towns use the local Facebook marketplace to buy and sell items. Well, evidently, a high schooler who was 18 years old recently immigrated from Cuba. He immigrated here legally, was killed by a man who was offering his car to be bought. The young man here declined to buy the car, and as they were driving away, the car owner fired shots at their car, shooting and killing this 18-year-old in the head. Another sign of the times, this comes from Wisconsin, I believe. I posted that it was nothing to celebrate. Largest Beloit food pantry breaks record for a number of households served in a single day. There's a video you can watch. It's from Utah. A car runs over a woman and two of her children, and three of them were trapped underneath the car, and the students all came running up and lifted the car off of them. The one child, who was 2 years old, had tire tracks across his back. The other child was taken to the hospital and released, but the woman, she's evidently more seriously injured and needs surgeries. But all these people came running up and actually picked up the car and got them out from underneath. Unbelievable. The Geminids meteor shower, that is starting. It's going to be one of the largest meteor showers for the year. You can go out between 9 and 10 p.m. and start watching, and could see up to 120 shooting stars every hour. This meteor shower comes from what they call a dead asteroid. I don't know what they mean by that, but it's a stony asteroid, 3200 Pythion. There was an article about life in Russian-controlled areas of Ukraine is grim. People are fleeing through a dangerous corridor. Yeah, Ukraine's losing the war. This evidently is an area that is occupied by Russia in the southeast of the country. There was a video about things that you can leave as Christmas gifts for your postal carrier. You can't give them cash, but gifts that are under $20 is acceptable. A CEO in Sacramento, California, was arrested today for embezzling over $1 million in funds. Yeah, unbelievable. He evidently had been embezzling since 2016, and a recent audit is when they found it. I don't know why they don't do audits every year, but he's also being charged with identity theft and wire fraud. Mainstream media still is not talking about the coming war there in South America between Venezuela and Guinea. It says here, Venezuela plans for a neighboring country gets complicated as U.S. aircraft appear overhead. There was also images of the Venezuela military expanding a base along the border with Guyana. And let me click on that. There's one image and then another. Here it says the United States Southern Command conducted joint military fighting drills operations with Guyana on Thursday, the first such operation since Venezuela declared it would annex most of Guyana. It's all about oil. Reports also of Venezuela building 2 new military air bases along the border. And this is that image of where they're doing that at. A malware that's been in our military and private government city systems. Evidently the Chinese have been testing out the malware that has been put into different computer systems. And they got more information that they were putting up here on Fox News. It's been in our system since 2001, but they only discovered it back in July of this year. This post about how snow should be measured in corgi heights. It's a type of dog. 1.4 corgis of snow fell overnight at the cabin we're staying at, Leavenworth. Lots of shoveling this morning, but the pups are loving it. I thought that was so cute. Speaking of snow and the holidays, here's some Christmas memes. Or why did Rudolph have to attend summer school? Because he went down in history. Who is Santa's most chill friend? Jack Frost. From California, Governor Gavin Newsom advances water tunnel project amid opposition from environmental groups. The tunnel would be about 45 miles long and 36 feet wide, large enough to carry more than 161 million gallons of water per hour. So they want to take the water from Northern California and send it to Southern California. There was 2 earthquakes that are reported last night, a 4.3 there in Nebraska and a 3.0 by Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Some of these kids are really smart and they just don't direct their energy or their brain power in the right direction. 18-year-old arrested after modifying a handgun into a machine gun. He evidently posted videos or images of it on Snapchat, and that's how they caught him. This comes from Indiana. Gibson County Food Bank gives veterans substance and entertainment. Some veteran is running this out of his home. He's got his own little private museum upstairs in his house, and he shares that with other veterans. This comes from West Tennessee. Woman arrested after thousands of pills reported missing by the local medical provider. An investigation during a 5 to 6 month period showed that the employee stole 2,500 Xanax 2 milligram pills and 1,200 1 milligram Xanax, 100 oxycodone tablets, and yet to be determined amount of tramadol tablets, all of them which were a contained substance. A video of some of the damage there in Tennessee. Yeah, just terrible. Absolutely horrible. Here's a video of the power station that blew up. They're saying it's going to be about a year and a half, year to 18 months before it can be built and replaced. These large power stations are not built here in America. They're made in South Korea, and I forget where the other one is. Yeah, look at that. In Wyoming, it says here, Gordon rejects federal climate dollars. There were stipulations to get the grant or whatever, and they didn't want to bend to the will of the United States government, so they turned down, their money. There in Montana, they're going to bring in 2 female grizzlies to the Yellowstone region. The grizzlies have been booming in population. There's talk that they may take them off of the endangered species list. The reason they're bringing them in is to get fresh grizzly bloodlines into the area. They do know that a lot of grizzlies do travel outside of the area to breed and then go back. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Supposedly the 2 grizzlies they're going to bring in are not problem grizzlies. You hear about a lot of bears that are problem bears, that they're not afraid of humans. So they're going to bring in 2 more. Here's another video of that transformer, the power station there in Tennessee that blew up. Let me start it at the beginning so you can watch it there. Let's see. And this is from a traffic cam that caught it. So if you see the line and the pole in the way, it's for the traffic cam. So I don't know if this is true or not, but they're saying that gangs of South American migrants, they're illegals, are now looting homes throughout America and now have organized in Detroit. They got different type of jamming equipment for the alarm systems that the buildings may have, and they seem to be targeting homes that do have alarm systems, breaking into them. And they've been found to actually have boxes in their trucks when they go in and steal, and then they box up the stuff and ship it off wherever. Yeah, so anyways, this fellow right here is supposed to be the jamming thing, so that, yeah, it doesn't pick up that they're breaking the glass or whatever and kicking in the doors. Yeah, unbelievable. I don't know why they just climb. Let me go back here. So I thought it was odd, like right here. They're climbing in through the window. Why didn't they just reach in through the door, unlock the door, and open the door? There's another part of this video right there. I mean, it's obviously a door. See the door handle? But yet they climbed through the glass. I thought that was odd. Another video of that power station blowing up. Yeah, could be up to 18 months until it's repaired and the power is restored. Unbelievable. Isn't that something? You know, not very many people can actually afford an electric car. This car owner was shocked when he went to replace his hybrid batteries and was told that it would cost him over $20,000. Ukraine is definitely not a democracy. There is an American citizen who has been in jail there in Ukraine since July, supposedly who has been tortured, and his only crime is criticizing Zelensky. And the Biden officials seem to approve of this because no one has stepped in to get this American citizen, that's him, out of jail there in Ukraine. He was arrested near the border, I want to say Poland, when he was trying to leave the country. He had been previously arrested and then released, and then when he was trying to leave the country, he was arrested again, and I guess that happened in July, and his father is really upset. He is an American citizen. So you ever get the feeling that someone is watching you? Well, evidently, almost 60% of the people who get the feeling that someone is watching them, it turns out to be true. They've done research on this. According to the study, when you get the feeling, you know exactly where they're at. If they're to the right of you, to the left of you, behind you, up high, up, down low. Yeah, and it's 60% of the time you're correct. More science news. Evidently, they're going to do, or have been doing, virtual reality goggles for mice. And it says here the VR goggles simulates birds of prey hunting the terrified mice. They're saying that it is going to improve the usage of virtual reality for humans. I think it's going to be used for mind control. Swarms of locusts have been reported in Mexico, leaving people fearing that it is another sign of the end times coming. The locusts are talked about or spoken of in the book of Revelation. I posted a video about how your pets can catch COVID from you or other people. Boy, did I get the trolls on that one. They do not have a vaccine for your pets for COVID. A lot of people said it was just another way to push the vaccine. But all I stated in here was the symptoms of COVID on your pets. Generally, it's pretty mild. And I only posted this because one of my supporters on Patreon had asked me about this because they had COVID. And now their cat is laying around and not eating. Did start eating, I guess, yesterday. But just like people, when you don't feel well, you don't want to eat and you just want to rest and sleep. And yeah, your pets can catch COVID. Ryan O'Neal passed away. He did the Love Story movie, and I also believe Paper Moon with his daughter. Barbara Streisand posted about how she made 2 movies with him. What's Up, Doc, and The Main Event. This is an update about the fire they had there in Hawaii. claims that elderly residents were abandoned. Yeah, they were left in the nursing homes when the fire swept through there. And so 5 of them have prepared a lawsuit. A Michigan mother has been charged with assault after knocking out another Kroger employee that was attacked by a customer. She evidently had a 1-year-old child that she left in the cart, walks over and punches this woman, knocks her to the floor. Yeah, she could have killed her. I don't know what she was upset about, but here she did this in front of her 1-year-old child. Unbelievable. Alex Jones was on the Tucker Carlson show. He claims that he believes that the powers that be are going to get rid of Trump, probably assassination, and maybe Biden, possibly make it look like a heart attack or an accident. I haven't watched the whole thing. I only watched about half of it, but I definitely want to watch the rest of it because his other information that he gives out, things that have happened in the past, they've all come true. Yeah, rather scary. Sean Hannity posted a Twitter post that says, Harvard hates Jews. Student group hires a plane to fly the message around Crimson campus. Harvard hates Jews. These people that are pro-Palestinian do not realize that the Palestinian religion will kill gays and lesbians and etc. Yeah, they do not approve of the woke message at all. And that house that blew up in Arlington, evidently the story is not what we are really told. Something about CIA connections and Hollywood connections and things like that. Yeah, let me go to the beginning here. There, that's where it blew up. Yeah. Anyways, that's all I have for you right now. Any thoughts or comments or questions? Please put it down below. If you know more about this explosion that took place in Arlington and the connections to the CIA, let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please like, please share, and I'll talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.